G.
Hello, Bomb Squad. What up? I'm here to teach you guys today a little bit about what I learned from Ahsoka. I was watching this, and in like season one, episode 7, I think it was, they used the word conviction. Anakin Skywalker is like dueling Ahsoka in like their like private soul tesseract. She just recently like had a near death experience, and because somebody from the dark side, kind of from the dark side, seemingly so, they are from the dark side, but I don't know. They seem more godly than they are dark side. But I'm not going to get into all that. What I'm going to talk about is Anakin convicts Ahsoka to have a lack or deficiency of conviction. And I really want to talk about the word conviction and why it's so pertinent to like everyday life. Is evil does not have conviction. That is not what they have. Conviction basically is a multiplier of belief. It's not necessarily like you can believe all day long, but if you don't have conviction, then you can't manifest upon another, pretty much. All right. Now it's not always that somebody is guilty of a criminal offense. All right. But instead, a firmly held belief or opinion, right? Even if you do have a firmly held belief or opinion, the two kind of things are combined into one sentence, right? It's like a multiplier of belief. Conviction, the ability to actually convict somebody to change based off of like force. All right. In Star Wars, everything's about teams and force and superpowers and whether or not you have enough power on your side or not on your side, right? And when you have enough people on your side, you get more power. Basically, like more beings together, and the more righteous that you are, the more conviction you can get done. So if you are present in the moment and somebody starts to do something immoral, you can find the rules of the vectors that you're in, right? And judge them and be able to change the outcome. And conviction is such a good word to learn, but not necessarily just like the one sentence here, but necessarily the whole topic that I'm trying to give to you, because it's a statement of power in a way where it's like the reason why she was lacking conviction, as far as I believe, is because she slightly was believing in some darkness preachings about what is that which is wrong in the first place. Like darkness kind of thrives in that narrative. Like what is even wrong in the first place? That kind of narrative is actually where darkness can kind of thrive because they can remove your conviction. You should be convicting them immediately of mind washing. You should be convicting them immediately of 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 trying to remove your power, right? You should be immediately convicting them. And it doesn't count. You have to basically see what they're doing in the moment and have a verdict too. You know what I mean? Like you have to sentence them immediately, because if they try to remove your power by saying that there's no such thing as evil, so I can do whatever I want, you have to immediately dispel that. And then you gain power because the jury is like a group of Jedi's basically that are watching you from a long distance away. They've already voted. It's like the group in our world is like the people. The people have already voted the order of our land. So you can convict people with unjust things in the moment. When they do injustices, you can convict them and then sentence them based off of what was voted on by your people in the region, because you are already force protecting the vectors of those regions. And that's where conviction really comes into play. Yes, I mean, in a way, there's going to be the opposite of conviction, and that takes away from conviction. All right, conviction is like this thing that's going to be more powerful when you use it correctly. When you master conviction, that's what Anakin was saying. In Anakin was already like doing other things, and he was already like, I am, you know, I am, multiple, like superly powerful is basically what he was trying to show Ahsoka, right? And it's just being able to instantaneously find the offense, all right, and then make a verdict on the offense instantaneously is how our world works. All right. No matter what, you are going to one day fight other people with the force. All right. And you're going to either win or you're going to lose based off of your conviction. So you need to know the law of the vectors of your land. Because what the people do is either they will convict you for lack of conviction, which means that you have to suffer the other person's ways that they are sentencing you for, which go against the laws that you were learning and believed in, because you let down your team. You did not convict them. You did not, you did not give them what they're trying to give to you, but, equally in reverse. All right. And that will save your life if you're fast enough. Not only will it save your life, it will, build a big business. You can build a big business off of this. You could succeed all over the place with this as long as you are very concise with the conviction. Now, one thing that you need to understand is neo Nazi. Neo Nazi means new aged um, rule enforcement that, like basically, if you make a new rule and then force it on, look at like many countries, blah, 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 and force it onto others, right? And you're like militant about it, right? Like you're super, like big time about it. That's what you need to worry about. You can't become a neo-Nazi. All right. Pledge of Allegiance. Our Pledge of Allegiance at the end it says liberty and justice for all. Liberty and justice for all. All right. That has to do with conviction. All right. If you are denied your liberty, right? You convict them of that, you can immediately seek justice for them. And it's not always hoping that other people do your work for you. You have to get your vectors back. You have to get your control back. All right. Just saying. Conviction. Conviction. Conviction.